And now it's time for Ask Roz and Mocha.
All right, Ask Roz and Mocha time. We head to the phones, as we always do. Hello, Priscilla. Happy New Year.
Hello. Happy New Year to you as well.
How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
What's your question for everybody in the room?
Do you guys think you would have ended up friends if you met in the real world and neither of you were on the show?
How long have you been listening to the show for?
Probably about 10 years.
Oh, okay. So you know us all pretty well, personalities, interests, stuff like that. What do you think?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Interesting.
None of us.
Okay, so if we weren't all working on the show together, would any of us have been friends, like, had we just met, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Like if
you just met aside from the show.
I'll try and put it into in sort of context that may make sense, right? Okay. So if let's just say that Catherine, my fiance, and Jenna, Mocha's wife, worked together. Like, let's say they just wound up working together at the same place.
Sure.
And they became sort of friends. Mm-hmm. And they were like, oh my God, our husbands would probably get along really well.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, would we become friends because of that?
If we all hung out together, like, would Mocha and I sort of start this spark of when we would then independently become friends? And no, I think that when our wives were together and Mocha was there and I was there, we'd probably have a really great time,
sure,
and laugh and joke and everything else. But that would be it, right? That would be it.
Now, like, if we would, I can't see us just independently. Forget that scenario. Just like being in the same place at the same time to then spark up a conversation, and then that led to a friendship. Absolutely not. I don't think that would ever happen.
No, I can't. Even younger though, like there was just no chance of that happening.
No.
Personality-wise, I think that Mocha aligns real well with who sort of like my friends are and what I look for in a friend, definitely. But like, would we ever be friends? No, I don't think so. Like, Shem, I think maybe like...
You know what?
I think you and Mocha probably would.
Yeah.
Maybe. Am I wrong about that?
Yeah, because I think we have a lot of the same interests, right? Like whether it's music or wrestling. And so I think just sort of naturally probably would have. And being Guyanese probably also helps.
Yeah.
Might even have
And we grew up like in the same neighborhood.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Our parents both still live in the same neighborhood, not far from each other.
Yeah.
So I think that there's more of a chance that Shem and I would have connected and became friends.
Yeah. And then, damn it, Maury, no. Like, I would never have even, I don't know.
Just leave it at no.
Yeah, I don't know. Like Maury, like, do you think that you would be friends with any of us had we just met? Like,
absolutely not.
No.
But after reading your book, I think that you and I would have been friends if we were in school together.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
What makes you say that?
Because I just felt that we would have somehow, if we were in the same school,
right.
I feel as though you'd feel sorry for me.
You know what? I agree with Maureen now.
You think so,
you guys would be like an odd couple in school. No. You know what I mean?
No, but there's no way that their paths would have crossed.
But I think
like if
Roz
Maury and I
would've-
went to the same high school is what he's saying.
Yeah.
No, I know, but like even if you went to the same high school, for as small as your high school was, like you would have known each other or known of each other. But as far as like hanging out outside of school, I don't think that would have happened.
No, I don't think we would have hung out outside of school, but I think that we would have maybe like, I don't know.
Like, I know where you're going with it.
I just don't want to say the words because I was about to say I don't think we would have hung out outside the school, but I think we could have had some fun inside the school. But I don't. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't want. I can't say that, right? Because that's something, I don't know. There was the dark room and the auto
Mocha,
shop.
don't interrupt him.
The auto shop was empty for for the fifth and sixth period most of the time. But no, I can't see us ever being like we would never be friends because I think that just sort of goes with like if this show went away, who would stay in contact? Right? Like, let's say the show went away and we all knew, like, this wasn't something that was sudden, but like, let's say we decided to end the show. Like, who would stay in contact with who, do you think? Well, and how often would you communicate?
I would still stay in contact with Shem and I would still stay in contact with you.
But not often though, I don't think, right?
I I'd say pretty often.
You think so?
Yeah, I think we would still like do.
But we wouldn't
kinda-
see each other though.
No, we wouldn't see each other. It would just be strictly text.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
No offense, Dan and Maury, but you and I don't have any common interests, so I wouldn't have any reason to reach out to you. I would send you like a message on your birthday and be like, yo man, happy birthday. It's January 10th, you know?
June.
It's June 10th.
God, man, Maury has this like. Maury's about to buy his therapist a new car. No, but I will say this though. I will say this. I think that what would wind up happening is that if this show went away and we decided to end it, I think that the one part of this show that wouldn't go away is the group chat. And I think that it would be for a very, very long time. I think that we would all still do this show, but only do this show in the group chat.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like,
exactly.
I think that we would continue to do the Roz and Mocha show, but only it would be a group chat exclusive.
Yeah, it would be an audience of 4.
And an audience of 4, just ourselves. And we would still send each other like the Maury memes and all of that stuff. Like, I think that if the show went away, and I don't know if we would ever see each other or how often we would see each other, but I can tell you that this show would live on and we would do the show in the group chat.
Yeah,
definitely.
for sure.
Definitely.
There you go, Priscilla. Thank you so much for listening and thank you for your question. That was great.
Thanks for chatting, guys.
Happy New Year. Before we let you go, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
I went back and forth on this one for a while, but I think I finally landed on a Roz.
Haven't we all?
Shut up, Maury.
You're the best, Priscilla.
Thank
Take
you,
care.
Priscilla. I appreciate you.
Bye. Have a good day, guys.
Bye,
You
love.
too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Mark says here, does Mocha know the difference between a head shake and a head nod? I hear him say things like, quote, Shem is shaking his head in there. And then Shem will come in, but be more on the affirmative. This has happened quite a few times.
Do you know the difference between a head shake and a head nod? Because I think that sometimes if Shem is agreeing, right, you'll say, Shem, look at Shem shaking his head. But Shem,
I always say,
right?
I've never said that someone is nodding.
No?
Nuh-uh.
No.
I always say the shaking
So
the head.
so back and forth and up and down is just a shake to you,
Shake
right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh, interesting.
Like you're shaking up and down or you're shaking side to side?
Yeah, it's just shaking? Really, huh? Interesting.
Always shaking.
It's just shaking.
It's either shaking up and down or shaking side to side.
Okay.
Whatever gets the job done.
This is a great question from Richard, okay?
Okay.
If you had to fight one celebrity / public figure, who would it be?
Well, Roz
for the
has
longest
publicly
time-
admitted to wanting to fight.
No.
No, Maury. Why
He's
don't
never
you
said
don't
that.
say that? I've never once said that.
Something similar to that?
I've never once said, yeah, I know, but if you're going to quote me, you have to quote me right because this is how, I wind up getting RCMP at my door. I've never once said
This is
that.
the headline.
No, I've never once said that. What I said was, I have just always had a feeling that one day me and Justin Trudeau are going to get into a fist fight. That's all I've said. I have no desire to do it. I have no desire to instigate it. I just have a feeling that sometime at some point, me and Justin Trudeau are going to get into a fist fight. That's all I said.
Can't wait to see that go down. David Maury, do you have an answer?
Not off the top of my head.
Who do you think you could beat?
Oh, maybe like a Frankie Muniz?
No way.
No way. I think Frankie Muniz would whoop
kick your ass,
ass.
man.
He would destroy you.
Oh, I could probably beat up Shawn Mendes.
No,
no.
I think Shawn Mendes would destroy you too. First of all, I don't, that fight, Jesus, it'd be so sad. The two of you going at each
There's
other. I
no
love you, I
way.
love you. You know what I mean? Like, Maury's
Sorry, I have to do
crying.
this to you.
Yeah, Sean would hit Maury once, he'd start crying. Oh my God.
Yeah.
No, that we can't have that. Who do you think you could beat up? I think maybe, do you think Maury could take Noah Schnapp?
No.
I don't think so, huh?
I think you get your ass whooped.
It would have to be like a really, really old person.
I don't know, man. Some old people got that old person strength.
Yeah, you have to go really old.
Like 90?
Yeah.
Like Bob Barker?
Yeah, like somebody like
I could beat up William Shatner.
No, you couldn't.
No, you couldn't.
No, you couldn't. That man still rides horses.
He'd snap your neck, bro.
Yeah, he's got those strong hands. You couldn't beat up
Ian
Shatner.
McKellen.
Who's Ian McKellen?
Sir Ian McKellen?
Yeah.
No, you could not.
Gandalf?
No,
way.
no. I think that he would whoop your ass
You ain't
too.
whooping Gandalf.
I think he would slap you once and it would just be, oh, you know what I mean? Like he would just give you like
Yeah.
a good slap. Who would Maury, like what's even a fair fight, let alone somebody that Maury could beat up?
Chris Kattan.
That's a good
I
one.
don't even know.
Chris Kattan?
Chris Kattan, that's definitely
Oh my
one.
God.
Yeah.
What if, I hate to say this because it's happened like in real life where he got punched in the face
Yeah.
for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
But if Dammit Maury got into a fight with his doppelganger,
Yeah.
Rick Moranis,
Oh no, I still think Rick Moranis would be that Maury. I really do. I don't think Maury would even have a shot
There
at that.
has to be someone.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Who's like a really small girl or woman? You know what I mean? Like, who's a really small, like, who's a really
Can
small
I beat up Jane Fonda?
woman? No, hell no, you
Jane
couldn't beat
Fonda
up Jane
kill you.
Fonda. She would destroy you.
Okay, do I have to beat up somebody who's like,
Alive, yes.
okay. No, I was
Yes.
going to say like knocking on death's door.
No, that's not fair.
No, I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair.
why? Who do you have in mind?
No, I was just like, do we go down that road? Because then maybe it's easier if they can't even stand up.
Well, obviously, you would think.
They still whoop you.
Right, they would still whoop you, man. Like I was thinking, like, you know, even somebody like James Earl Jones, who really does not have a lot of, like, let's be honest here.
No.
James Earl Jones is not in good shape, but I still think James Earl Jones would whoop your ass.
Yeah.
I really do.
How about like
Still got-
Nathan Lane or something like that?
No, Nathan Lane
No,
would
no,
whoop
no.
his ass too. He's got that Broadway cardio. There's no way. There's no way
And he
Maury's
looks like-
whooping Nathan Lane's ass.
Nathan Lane's got some big hands.
He
Yes.
almost beat me up when I asked for an
Yes.
autograph at stage door.
Yeah, no, Nathan Lane
He
is
was angry.
totally whooping Maury's ass. Oh, you know who I think? Yeah, go ahead.
George Takei.
No, he would kick your ass too. I'm trying to think.
And here and in space.
Who could Maury beat up?
This is a great question.
I feel like you could probably beat up Joe Biden.
No.
Well, because he's so feeble.
No, but he's used to, you know, fighting off people with dainty hands. You know what I mean? Right? He's used to taking
Wasn't
control
that guy
of
in
those
the military,
situations.
too?
Okay, who could Maury legitimately? Hold on, let me just look up. I'm gonna go. Can I Google something right now?
Yeah, but you have to tell us exactly what you're Googling.
Yes, okay.
What words you're using.
Yes,
Because this is
yes,
going to be interesting.
yes. Okay, weakest looking celebrities. Okay, who? Oh, Michael Cera comes up.
Okay.
God,
I'll give you that.
what a terrible thing to. Okay, who?
What? Let's put
Is he
together.
number
You're the one that
one?
looked it up.
Yeah, I know. Okay, who is the
Okay.
weakest looking celebrity?
I still think Michael Cera could beat you up, Maury.
Yeah, oh, so do I. I really think that Michael Cera could beat you up. Oh no, I've now. Oh, so you know what? It autocorrected to worst looking.
Oh, poor Michael Cera.
Right?
Oh no.
No, he was on the weakest, but it
Oldest.
autocorrected. Weakest
living.
looking, weakest celebrities. Michael Cera, yeah. Okay.
Norman Lear.
Norman
I don't
Lear.
even know who that is.
Okay, so hold
He
on.
just
here.
turned 100.
He's still kicking your ass. Chances are he was in the war.
He was.
Yeah, oh no, he's gonna totally kick your ass, Maury.
Norman
done.
Lear.
No,
done.
he's totally kicking your ass.
How old is not that I want this to happen, but how old is Jacob Tremblay now? Is he still a kid? Is he still a minor?
He's like 18 now, right?
Oh,
He's
if
not
he's
18.
There's no
I
way.
don't think so. Oh, maybe he actually is.
If he's 18, he'll kick
And
your
isn't he
ass.
into boxing?
Oh, is he really?
I don't know.
Oh,
I
wow,
don't
good for
know.
him.
I don't know. I don't
What
know.
Haley Joel Osment like?
Oh
No.
no, Haley Joel Osment. all
he's
grown up.
big. Yeah.
Jacob
Man
16.
now.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know what I think would be a good fight, honestly, is Dammit Maury and Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh, he could kick my ass.
I know, but I think that it would be a good fight,
Yeah.
though.
Let's go
I think
back
it
to
would-
me and Shawn Mendes.
No, I think you and Daniel Radcliffe would be a decent fight. Anyway, 17 people who can't stop fighting with fans. No, that's another one. Yeah, there's not a lot for the weakest celebrity.
Poor Michael Cera, though. He's
yeah,
on
I
that
know.
list.
I know. He's the
One of one.
only picture that shows up. Poor Michael Cera.
Okay, Courtney says here, help, I'm on episode 75 of the podcast. Should I jump forward and listen in current time, or should I stick it out and keep listening from the beginning? By the way, I won't even hear this answer to this question for potentially another year. I say I'm a fan of listening chronologically.
So am I.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you may hear something in present time that might be a spoiler for something.
But social media will screw it all up for you.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily at all. Some people look at the podcast like it's its own thing, right? Like there's literally nothing that can be spoiled. Like they're just following along, which is weird because from podcast to podcast, like some stuff is connected, but I guess it's just all the life stuff that happens, right?
Yeah.
That people get interested in and they don't want it spoiled for them. Yeah, no, I get it. I'm with you, Mocha, though. In order. In order is the only way to go.
Kimberly wants to know if your daughter, Roxy, Roz, and my son, Cruz, have ever met.
They have.
And they have.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they have.
A while ago, though.
Uh-huh. And
Yes.
it was Roxy's birthday recently.
It was.
13 years old.
I know. She's a teenager.
I think the thing that Cruz finds fun is the back and forth like video messages.
Right.
Right? Because he did like a happy birthday. We both did a happy birthday for Rox, sent it. And then she did like a thank you message back, which by the way, he asked to watch like back like 5 times in a row.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
It's
the best.
so great.
It was the
It's
best.
so great. Yeah. So no, they have met. And even at the time, right, I remember Rox thinking that Cruz was just a great kid. Like a good
He
just
still
a good kid.
remembers. He fell and hit his head. I don't know what they were playing. They were like mucking around or whatever. And he's for some reason might be a concussion. But
Yeah.
He still remembers. He's like, you remember that time? I was like, yeah, man, I remember.
Oh my, bro! So years ago, right? I mean years ago. Like Jonathan Scott from the Property Brothers was over, right? And we all went to like this park, and Roxy was young, and Jonathan, who's great with kids. But they were just sort of together on like this monkey bar thing, right? And something happened where Jonathan was there and Roxy was hanging, and she thought he was going to like grab her, and he thought she was, or something happened, but Rox dropped like 2 feet or something like this, right? And it was like totally fine, like no tears or anything, and she was young at this point.
Okay.
For years, the only thing she remembered about that day or about that man was the time he dropped her in the park.
Traumatic.
Right? Trauma. Like trauma,
Yeah.
right? And that sticks with kids,
No.
right?
So what, anytime she sees them, does she bring it up?
Oh, yeah, for years. I think she's forgotten now, but like with the way that kid memory works, it's like that was a pivotal memory from like her youth kind of thing, right? If I brought it up now, I don't know if she would actually remember, but every single time, like she would see a picture, she would see a whatever, like a picture on my phone, like anything like that. She'd be like, "Oh yeah, he dropped me," like everything, right?
No.
Everything. But yeah, so it doesn't surprise me when Cruz is like his memory of that day is like this traumatic kid memory that will probably go away.
Yeah, for
right.
sure.
It will probably go away.
But it's still there now.
Yeah, they've met and our kids get along.
Savart says here, when you shave your facial hair, what is your preference, electric or wet? And if wet, how many shave sessions before you replace the blade?
Who says wet? Who calls it wet?
I don't know.
Razor
Who
or
says
shaver.
Yeah, like who says electric or wet?
Guess when you wet your face? Or if you use like a
Well, I mean,
like
you
a
do
gel
rinse the razor under the
I get it, but people just call that a razor.
Yeah, just a shave.
Right?
So, okay, guys, wet?
What do you do more? Well, you go now to a barber, right?
But when I did do it, I did it wet.
Yeah, me too. Like when I was shaving every day, I'd always go wet.
Same.
Yeah, electric. Like, do they mean like the electric, like the Phillips, like the 3 little things that like our dads used to keep in the glove box?
Yeah.
In case they were late for work, right? Like the things that guys in movies do on the highway, like those kinds of things?
That was my very first shave experience.
Was one of those.
Was using, because my dad had one at home. So then
all our dads did.
Yeah, so I borrowed that.
Yeah. Did you get a
until
rash from it though? I remember getting a real big rash from
and
it.
that's when I switched over to the razor.
To wet.
To wet.
Yeah.
Shem, what about you?
Your dad didn't teach you how to do it wet? No?
Learned that on my own.
Yeah.
You know what? I actually do electric a lot more. I don't have as much facial hair as you guys do. Right. I have a real issue growing facial hair. So whenever I do go to the barber, I just get them to use the electric and do it up for me. I never have to shave on my own ever.
Really?
Ever. Yeah. My hair does not grow my face.
Oh,
it
wow.
rarely does.
Interesting.
This is after 2 weeks. That's it.
That's it?
Wow.
That's all I
Oh
got,
my
man.
God.
Yeah.
So like those
I
pics
can
that
give
we
you some
see-
pills, my growing pills.
Excuse me.
Whoa.
The beard growing pills. I wonder what that would do to Shem.
Why do you have beard growing pills?
They came
You're
with the
a
beard
hairy
club.
guy.
No, but there are pills to make your beard grow.
Pills?
Yeah.
What's in them?
I have no idea.
Oh, interesting.
You didn't read the box?
Yeah. Shem, do you want them?
Nope.
No. You want my growing pills?
So Shem, some of those pictures that we see that you post on IG where your beard is shaped nice and
Yeah.
it's like looks a little thicker. How long did that take to grow in?
It would take me probably 2 months for it
Really?
to grow and to look anything like any of yours.
Right.
Uh-huh.
It would take me about 2 or 3 months. Like seriously, about 2 or 3 months.
Wow.
Without ever touching it at all.
You could never grow a beard like as long as mine, though.
No.
Right?
No.
No.
Never.
No.
Never.
Would you get like a nice like a fluffy beard where you could like shape it out like Rick Ross or something?
No, it gets really curly and coarse, and hair does not grow well on my face at all. It doesn't even grow on my head anymore.
No.
I had to go bald pretty much because the hairline is just out of
Hey,
control.
look, Shem's bald.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just noticed that.
You
Yeah.
did, huh? Yeah, because for a while there, you had like a cool comb that you were using on top and stuff like that.
but it was
and-
making my hairline go way
Was
back.
it?
And
Really?
I've always told myself that I'm not gonna be one of those guys who holds on too long. You know what I mean? I'm gonna when it's time to go, it's time to go.
Yeah.
So
Looking at you, Maury.
It's
I'm going to hang on.
wet.
Steven says, oh my God. Okay. Who would be the most likely to lie, cheat, and steal? Come on. Is this a troll job question?
Who would be what? Say it again.
The most likely to
Yeah.
lie, cheat, or steal?
Maury.
Yeah.
I would say yes to the first two, but I don't know about stealing anymore.
What do you mean?
anymore.
Maury.
No, but I mean, like,
If
let's just
one
go.
of us-
Hold on, let's go around the room. Who else?
No,
maybe?
but the question is who's most likely? You are still most likely because of your history of it.
Fair. But do you want to discuss?
No,
Okay.
there is nothing. What is there to discuss?
What was
If
the last
anyone
thing you
el-
stole?
Last thing I stole. I mean, I stole stuff from a hotel, but I mean that's stuff that would have been free anyway.
Okay.
But you actually stole.
I mean, I walked up to the maid's cart and took stuff off of it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you stole.
Jesus,
Okay,
man.
so you stole from the
Well, because I
hotel.
didn't want to wait for her to bring it to my room, so I went and took it for
You
myself.
are like, you know, when like just real basic people go to a hotel and you can just tell, right? And they just start
Yeah.
like demanding the world because they're in a
Oh,
hotel
yeah.
and this service, and they're the first ones to complain about the service. Meanwhile, everything you do in life, right, is so basic. And yet here you are at a fancy hotel being the first one to complain about service.
I didn't complain. I helped myself.
Uh-huh. Because they weren't there. They're not there fast enough.
No, I wanted more than what she would have given.
Oh my God.
So anyway, back to the question.
Yeah. Maury.
Oh,
Matthew says here, do you have a telltale sign that shows that you're upset? Would your partner be able to guess right away? Yes. I think I just get very quiet. Jenna absolutely knows when I'm upset. I just like shut down completely when I'm at home.
I'm the same where I get quiet, but I also get quiet sometimes when I'm not in a bad mood or pissy mood or emotional or anything like that. Like sometimes I just don't want to take part.
Yeah.
Right? It's like I don't want to everything. I don't want to have a giant conversation, about things. And then, sometimes I just come off as pissy sometimes or that I'm upset, but it's just like, I just don't want to take part right now. And I think that that's fine.
Yeah.
But I
like
think that
all
it's
the time.
Shut up. I think that it's recognizing when your partner doesn't want to take part.
Yeah.
I think that is also recognizing when they're upset or they need to be listened to or heard or consoled. But I also think that you need to recognize when your partner just doesn't want to be a part of something. And that is very key to recognize because I'm very good at recognizing that in Catherine.
Sometimes I am quiet, but not because I'm upset. And then
No.
Jenna will say, why are you upset?
Yes.
I'm like, I'm not upset. She's like, no, but you're quiet. Why are you upset? Tell me why you're upset. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
not upset. And then she'll just keep saying, no, but you're upset.
Yes.
but I'm like trying to defend myself, and then I get upset by trying to defend myself.
yes.
To be like, I'm telling you right now, everything is fine. I'm not upset.
Yes, because she was right. That happens all the time.
But I was never upset.
That happens all the time.
I get upset because like you're pressing me on why I'm upset when I'm telling you I'm not upset.
Bro, it happens all the time. Catherine would be like, hey, do you want tacos tonight? I'll go, no. And then she'll go like this. Ooh, somebody's. I'm like, what? What do you want me to say? What more do you want me to say?
You think she says that to troll you?
No, she will always look at me because I do not believe, if somebody asks you a question, I always believe to just like that answer to that question should be the most efficient, right? And which for a lot of times is either a simple yes or a simple no. And so oftentimes Catherine will be like, hey, I'm going to the, I'm going to run out. I'm desperately dying for an oat milk latte. They have great cookies there. They have great coffee there. Do you want anything? And I go, no.
I think it's maybe the way you
right?
say no.
I know, but then I'm supposed to go, oh, no, but no, it's no.
No, like not even like, no thanks, I'm good.
No, I'll just say no.
Oh, not even no thanks, I'm good?
No, I don't. No, I didn't ask.
Why not like an, oh my God, thanks for thinking of me, but I'm okay.
Thanks for thinking of me.
Yeah, that's so nice.
Right? No, that's too many words. I don't want
I would at least say no, thank you though.
Oh, yeah, no, I just usually say no.
Just straight up no. Or but like with the taco question, right? I think maybe why she probably says, oh boy, like you must be upset.
Yeah.
Is she'll say, do you want tacos? You'll say no, but then you won't like offer up anything else, like a substitute.
Right.
No to tacos. I could do with a burger though.
Right. Oh, no. Listen, let's not get into that.
Why? Because she said the exact same thing to you, I bet.
Just stop.
No thanks to the tacos, but fries and gravy would be great right now.
What I'll do with her is that if we're sitting down watching a movie or a TV show or whatever, right? Sometimes something will just pop into her head and she'll just start talking. Right?
Okay.
Like she'll just start telling a story or whatever. And I will just pick up the remote and press pause on the show, but continue to stare at the paused television.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Awful.
And wait for her to finish?
Wait for her to finish.
Wow. But is she like talking and like expecting a response or anything like that? Or is she just talking?
I will do the bare minimum to do my part of that conversation.
So you won't like turn and like look at her?
No, I stare right at the television that's on pause.
And this woman's marrying you. Good for her.
I never said I was an easy guy to live with.
Oh my God, that's so rude.
Right?
I feel so much better about me.
That's so rude.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But my thing is that sometimes people just need to be heard, right? So if you ask Catherine about that situation, I don't think that she would take any offense to it because in her mind, she had something to say. I paused the show, allowed her to say it, and then we started.
You didn't even look at her.
I know because I'm not needed.
Literally, Roz.
I'm not needed.
So then you wait till she's done and then you hit play?
And I hit play. Yeah, because I'm not needed in that situation.
Rubber back or like nothing like that?
No, because sometimes she just needs to vent or whatever. I'm always holding
her foot. But at least look at her.
Listen, it's going to go on too long if I look at her. I just let her. If she needs to get something off her chest, right? I let her get it off her chest. Right? I'm being a great guy. I'm not going to sit there and watch television while she's telling me a story from her day, so I pause.
And you still watch the television, though.
Okay, but she doesn't, I don't think she needs me to fully participate because sometimes people just need to be heard. And it's not like I'm humoring her. If something is actually, requires my input or whatever, I will always offer it. But most time it doesn't.
98%.
Right? Most time it doesn't. And most times this isn't something that I can contribute to anyway. So pause, stare at the television. When she finishes, I press play.
Okay, we will end on this.
We have the second phone call, by the way.
Oh, do we really? Yeah. Oh, crap. Okay, hold on. Let's go back to the phones. Yo, what's going on, Jesse? How are you? It's Roz Mocha.
Hey, I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Good. We almost wrapped up the podcast. Forgot that you were on the line. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Thank you for hanging on the line. What is your question for the room?
So I was listening to your first episodes of the podcast, and on episode 6, Roz had only had his license for about 2 months, and he said that it was okay to cruise in the left-hand lane at 120 and that the fast lane didn't really exist. And so I'm just wondering now that he's been driving for 5 years if his opinion on that has changed at all.
Oh, on the fast lane being the fast lane.
The fast lane being the fast lane. Well, first of all, it's a passing lane, not a fast lane. Okay. So I have 2 opinions on that left lane. One is when there is a volume of traffic, okay, none of those things matter, right? When we're all sort of doing 100 or whatever it is, and every lane is packed, that left lane ceases to be a passing lane. Right? We're all just we're all trafficking at that point, right? Sure. So if you crawl up behind me, but we're all doing sort of like less than, I'm not moving because it's a huge pain in the ass. So just deal with it, right? But I will say this. What I had said was if I'm in the left lane and I'm doing like 120, 130 sometimes, and then some guy rolls up behind me because he wants to do 150, am I going to move? I said no. Right? No. No. Why? Who needs to go 150?
And
all right?
then there's a guy behind you.
I'm already setting the pace, right? Doing, say, like 120, sometimes 130.
So does that person
right?
then go, do you watch or do you like turn your head and look at that person if they decide to go into the next lane, go ahead of you, like pass you, go ahead of you?
Yes, because
and then get in front of you?
Yeah, because because oftentimes they don't. They go in the left, they go in the center, and then the far right, and they zoom at the far right, and then back into the middle, and all of this stuff, right? And I look at these jackasses all the time in their cars. I'll tell you, 5 minutes later, we're back side by side on the highway again.
Thank you. Yeah, that happens all the time.
We're right back where we started.
Yeah.
Right? You are right beside me. You did all of this Gran Turismo stuff, right? Zooming around, and 10 minutes later, you're directly beside me again.
Yeah.
That's just the way traffic works.
No, my favorite is when someone is behind you and you know that they're a little bit of an aggressive driver and they're zooming around in and out of traffic, and like 2 minutes later, they still end up right behind you on the highway.
Yes.
In the same lane again.
Yes.
Right?
Exactly.
Oh, that brings me so much
Isn't
satisfaction.
Isn't this so great?
I love it. Because I'm looking at in my rearview mirror, I'm like, look at you. You pathetic piece of crap.
Yes. But like that's traffic though, right? Like, cause like,
what do you do if they like honk or flash their lights at you?
I don't get flashed at a lot because, you know, I don't know. People don't flash like trucks or whatever. I don't know. Like you would get flashed. Do you get flashed?
Oh,
No, I stay out of the fast, quote unquote fast thing.
I bet you
I stay
are
in
the one that
middle.
flash people.
No,
Maury flashes people at stoplights.
So rude.
So rude. Yeah, so rude. But you don't go in the passing lane more.
no, I'm too scared to.
Too scared?
Because I'm in a small car and there's people like you coming up behind me.
Excuse me? No. Shem?
I don't come up behind anybody.
No.
But no.
What's your take?
I cannot stand people who roll up on you from behind. And
no, I know. It is annoying. It is annoying.
Just rude.
Yeah.
It's just rude.
Especially, I'll say this, especially if like there are very few cars on the road. Mm-hmm. Right? That's what I hate. I hate when people look at the left lane and they sort of come up and ride your ass, and you know it's simply just based on the principle of it. Right? That's what sort of drives.
I was driving in rural roads over the holidays where there's like literally one lane in each direction.
Like a road.
But not like two, like one this way, one the other way.
Like a road.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're driving on a road.
Yeah.
Normal road.
And I don't know why this bothers me so much. I'm going the speed limit or a little bit more, and a car will go into the passing lane, like into the oncoming traffic lane, speed up to go around me, and it drives me nuts.
You
I don't know
that's
why
allowed
that bothers
though, right?
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, on certain parts of the road, like if the line dividing the road is solid, you can't pass.
But these are solid yellow lines, and they'll go around.
No, it's a broken line, right? It's like the dots.
And then when the lines break up, then you can go around.
Yeah.
Oh, I got
you've
super
never been,
angry.
You've never been passed before?
This vacation was the first time, like going through cow country, where somebody would pass me going on into oncoming traffic.
Oh my God. Sometimes, you know what terrifies me is that when you're on a country road like that, or a road rather, sorry, when you're on a road and and you see like person up front, and then what winds up happening is simultaneously the three cars behind that one car all pass at the same time. And then you're like, oh my God, you guys have to work this out.
I know.
Right? Like that number one car can't tuck right in.
No, I know. You have to be in sync.
Like you have to be in sync and you have to land the same. You can't land in a different order.
Have you ever done the move where if you're like 4 or 5 cars behind and you try to figure out how you could be
leapfrog.
Yeah.
Yes.
How you could leave all of them and be first.
Yeah,
oh my God,
that's too difficult. No,
times.
it's too difficult.
So many
Passing
times.
is terrifying, right? Like passing is a terrifying thing on a road.
Hey, Jesse, you're the best. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. And thank you for your question. That was awesome.
Oh, no problem. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Whoa! Before we let you go, Jesse, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Mocha, you're my favorite.
Hey, love that.
There you go. I'll clap
Have
for
a
that.
wonderful day. Happy New Year. We love you.
Thanks. Love you guys.
And that is a wrap on another Ask Roz and Mocha podcast episode. Keep an eye out on our Instagram page at Kiss925 because once a week we will post a picture that reads Ask Roz and Mocha, and that is where we get all of your questions from. And we'll invite two of you to join us on a future episode. This has been the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.